Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me for this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading, and happy September to everybody. It's springtime in Australia and New Zealand and the weather is crazy. It's nuts. We had a big storm last night here. It was like a summer storm at the beginning of spring, but anyway, that's what's happening now. So it's very simple. Just pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. You can have more than one number if you would like. Please also leave a comment and a like. YouTube likes that sort of thing. Okay, so do I. Let's go to the board now and we're going to pick these. Why is it, it gets crooked? I don't know how that happens. It's like we don't even have earthquakes or anything here, and it goes crooked by itself. All right, so we're doing card number 1. Number 1, what do I see? A big tall tree in front of me. That's you. You're the tree. My focus is on how tall you are in spirit. I can see all the bark, and some of the bark has got little wounds on it, which may be emotional or psychic wounding, like little scars. However, it all contributes to a very beautiful picture. And now I've got cards falling all over the place, so that's 3. So I don't read. I'll read 2, but I won't read 3. So we'll put them back in the deck and go again. Number 1. Yes, so back to the tree. And as I look at the little scars and the wounds, it's like I get flashes like back in, reminds me of the Civil War in America, that kind of timing. So disagreements of the past, warfare, violence, that sort of thing. And consequently, you might find you're quite against those sorts of things now because you learnt it's not the way to go. Violence is never the way to achieve the best outcomes. The card that comes up is the Sun card. Says there's a lot of intuition, a lot of insight, awareness and wisdom in that approach. It's also about comfort, stability, safety. It's the spark of life. This is life affirming rather than being destructive of life. It's something that affirms life and contributes to life. Okay, some more happiness coming to you and contentment. It's a major arcana card. I just want to say that karmically, you've learnt a very huge lesson that some people, lots of people are still struggling with. So well done if you've picked card number 1. All right, number 2. What do I see? This is different, but it's still a forest and trees. There's a lot of other trees around. The focus is not just on one tree as it was in number 1. So the forest is often family, and sometimes that can be beneficial and sometimes not because you can't see the wood for the trees. There's a big, beautiful estate, a house in the background here. Again, it goes back a few hundred years. It could be family on the land or something like that. Like a country estate, but you can't see the wood for the trees, can lead to confusion, and the answer's right in front of you, but sometimes listening to other people can, especially family, can, make things even more confusing. The bottom line is you have to decide for yourself and don't let other people's decisions influence you. The card that comes up is Knight of Cups. This is all about exploring your feelings. It's also about going out and having a good time. She, seated on a lobster here, which is all about going down into the depths of your emotions. But there's some sort of exploration. There's some sort of sense of adventure, socialising, having a good time. Go out and do it. You might even be interested in travel at the moment. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, which is my card 2. What do I see? Oh, money's flashing. It's like I've got money in my hand now. What's the old saying? It's the money's in my left hand, so that can mean one's coming in and going out. It must be money coming in on the left hand and money going out on the right hand. Let me know in the comments what the old saying is about that. But yeah, I feel like it's money coming in. Fistful of dollars, ways to, you might be thinking of all sorts of brilliant ways to make more money. For some of you, this is going to be out of the blue, unexpected, like a refund or something like that. But do be careful of scammers. They always tell you you've got a refund. So don't click on any links. Okay, number three. Number three, the card that comes out, 10 of Pentacles. It is about your money, and often real estate or investments are involved. This is ultimate success, some sort of sense of celebrations. The gold here is the solar plexus. It's like you've worked and you've achieved what you wanted to do, and you're going to be justly rewarded for everything that you've done. So well done you. It's a great time to be buying or selling real estate. However, Mercury is retrograde, so I wouldn't just sign the contract yet until Mercury turns direct, which is on the 15th. However, there's also a week of, coming out. If you sign the contract now, it's not necessarily bad or anything, just means there might be some change. You might change the date or something like that. Number four. I see a star of light, but it's sort of a cross between a star and a cross. And so there might be some hope here, but there's also some sacrifice as well, where you have to do something to make something happen. It's not just going to fall out of the sky and in your lap. So some effort is required, some energy, some time. Some of your own energy needs to be put into this to make it work out. Okay. Stars are usually hopeful signs, going with that one. Temperance, all about balance. That came out a lot earlier in another live stream I was doing. Balance is very important, balancing all of the opposites, and that's what a cross is. You've got the vertical coming down, the vertical swipe of energy coming down from heaven to earth, and then you've got a horizontal swipe of energy, for want of a better word, from the left to the right. And this is like, you have the motivation to do something, you have the energy to do it, and then you've got to think about it and be logical about it as well. And you have to blend all these things together and find balance. So temperance is very important. The red here is the action in, what you have to do to make it work. It's a major arcana card. It could be very life-changing. That's the second one. All right, and now card number 5 is alive, the last card for this week. I am closing my eyes. What do I see now? Who's this here? A goat. I feel like this is for Capricorns. A goat with a candle. Again, it's hopes and wishes. The candle, it's like sending your dreams up into heaven. And the goat's holding the candle, which is a light. Can also mean holding a candle for someone that you fancy. And maybe you were together at one point, or maybe not, but you're still sort of desiring that person and just hoping that they'll come around. If that's you, decide how long you're going to wait for. Are you going to wait a year, 2 years, 5 years, 20 years? I've done readings for women that have literally waited more than 20 years. I would suggest that you put a time limit on it and feel everything, feel all those emotions. It's a roller coaster ride, and then when the time comes, walk away. Otherwise, you could just spend your whole life waiting for someone, and they never take the opportunity of being fully committed to you, unfortunately. The card that comes out is King of Swords. If that's you, you're probably dealing with the King of Swords, which is a very logical energy. Some would say it's even manipulative, can be manipulative. The issue here is it's all head things, all in the mental realms. It's not really being run through a human heart. And people get hurt when, you know, other people are not considering their needs or their desires. This is somebody who is like an astute businessman in a sense of he knows if he does step 1, 2, 3, then he gets a certain result, and it's all about the thinking, and he's very good at thinking, you know, working stuff out, what the logical scenario is with this sword, you know, this diamond encrusted sword, the sword of truth. And so there's a diamond here and there's a diamond at the back. Usually people like this, they become like this because they've been through very difficult times. They weren't born like this, but they've learnt that this works. Logic and analytical ability works to a certain extent. It's not fully human though, because you really need that human heart to run all decisions through. There's a lot of new life around this person because of these butterflies, new project, new person in their life, new situation coming in their life, and a brand new start. So this could be you, or it could be someone around you. Sometimes we need this energy to make decisions about things, and there's a certain degree of ruthlessness in this energy. So yeah, if you're dealing with someone, sometimes it's someone like a lawyer and you're actually paying them to be like that, ruthless, and you know, he might or she might be dealing with another ruthless person. So yeah, there's times when it's necessary. I wouldn't want to be like that myself though. Okay, so we've got 2 major arcana cards, a king and a knight. A fairly normal sort of week for many people, but obviously for cards 5 and 1, 4 and 1 being major arcanas, there's some important life decisions can be made, you know, in the next week to 1 month, even though I'm saying it's pick a card for this week. Some of these ones are life-changing, so 1 and 4, they take a bit longer than just 1 week perhaps. Thank you so much everyone for watching today. Please give this a like, that'd be fabulous, and a comment. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous week, and if you are new, subscribe and be alive, and I would really appreciate that. Okay, thanks again. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.